Look, Kodak Black crying out for help, crying out for it, bro. Now it's a new video with him saying he's been being betrayed and he's looking for news. He's been thinking about copping him a rope. A lot of people gonna say this is just what he do. Look, the man is already admitted that he's a young nigga with a meth habit. What you seeing ain't always no game, bro. It ain't always no movie. It ain't always no script, no motherfucking skit. Sometimes this shit is real. People put it in your face to really show you where it's at. But unfortunately, people just entertained by dumb shit. People entertained by such ignorant shit that you don't know when it's over for a person until it's finally over. What a man is playing, joking about getting a noose, bro. A noose. Let's get into the content, man. Me personally, I hate to see Kodak Black like this. Yeah, I hate to see him like this. I done lost fans, subscribers, and friends for talking about Kodak Black, but sometimes you gotta say the most uncomfortable shit to get a motherfucker to hear. Let's just be honest, let's just be real. When I heard Kodak say he went from 143 per 30s to 43 per 30s, and he thought that was a good thing, that it was a salutable moment, you know what? I had to salute him. Why? Because I'm thinking, bless his heart. Bless his heart, fam. Thinking that one day he might find his way back to the motherfucking light and out of the darkness. But this ain't ending well for old Kodak Black. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. You need to separate yourself from all the yes men. Separate yourself from all the yes men and keep videotaping you while you're high. It's not doing wonders for your career, fam. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Let's get into the content. Like I said, I hate to see old Kodak Black like this, but this what happens after everybody that beef with Young Boy. They either go gay or they go crazy. Unfortunately, fam. Drop it in the comments. Let's get into the content, fam. Look at your boy.
Why I just be like, damn, what if I love you so much to the point where it's like, I don't know how to take the betrayal and I kill myself? Like, 'cause that's how I be feeling, bro. I be feeling like buying a rope. Nah, bro. I be feeling like buying a rope, bro. I be feeling like buying a rope, Phil. I be feeling like buying a rope, bro. I buy a rope, bro. I wanna buy a rope, fam. I'm finna buy a rope, bro. I'm gonna buy a rope. I'm gonna buy a rope, fam. And then I'm gonna tie myself to the rope, bro. I'm gonna tie myself to the rope, bro.
Well, look, he got to go to rehab as soon as possible. He must check into a rehab that he's forced to stay for at least a year. At least a year. 180 days, 30 days, 60 days ain't enough for somebody with the challenges that he's facing right now. I'm just being honest with you, fam. And a lot of people gonna say, well, this is coming from a junkie. A junkie, a junkie, a junkie. Understand, bro? If I was a junkie, you probably wouldn't even see me so much. But if you want to run back to history, bro, the last 5, 10 years of me, because I'm formerly Chris Magic, that's what a lot of people don't know. You know, a lot of people think I just popped up one day and where did he come from? Who's that guy? Where did he come from? No, I've been around, bro. Yeah, it's not my first trip around the sun. Unfortunately, I've had to do it a few times. I'm a marathon runner. Yeah, I'm a marathon runner. I just keep running, fam. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. But look here, bro. The man needs, and all the junkie shit, I see the comments, but I don't respond to shit like that. I'm a husband, father, son. When I'm not doing that, I'm working. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm working 12, 13 hours a day. That's why if you could focus on my hand, you're going to see them all cut up. I do real man's work. Yeah, I love honest days of work, bro. That's just me, because that's where I come from. Yeah, everything about me ain't celebrity, you know what I mean? Ain't celebritized. I don't live a fake ass life. I live in the real world. Let's start that. And Kodak Black needs therapy and drug rehab. That's point blank, period. And what I'm saying is not to throw shots at him or laugh at the situation. I'm trying to help him. Yeah, I'm trying to help him before it's too late, bro. You must separate yourself around a yes man. Matter of fact, if anybody pull out a camera around you while you high, you should take it as a sign of disrespect and a threat on your motherfucking livelihood. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. All it takes is for the wolves to get a hint of this is how he operates. You could follow him through the United States of Americas and catching high as hell one day, because that's how he likes to play. Look, I don't want it to end for Kodak Black. That's why I'm putting out this message. A lot of people be like, bro, he's just talking shit. This is just cap. What's cap in it, bro? I used to be Kodak Black. Now, I wasn't on the strongest drugs. Wasn't on the strongest drugs, but I was on pharmaceuticals, pills. Yeah, I grew up in the suburbs. Yeah, point blank period. I grew up in the, well, we were back and forth to the hood. That's just how it is. But I grew up for the most parts in the suburbs. I graduated from Klein High School. It was a pill nation. All type of Watsons. You know what I mean? That's how they play with pills. Yeah, I was the pill guy. That's what they used to do to me, fam. I'm hot up, pills, weed. They feeding me baloney. You know, I'm doing all type of shit to make people laugh that I don't even remember until they show me the video next day. Like, look what you did. On top of that, I realize all the money that I had in my pocket before it was time to get drugged up is gone. You know what I mean? Everybody got gifts from me. I done fed the whole, look, I done fed the whole, I done fed the whole dormitory. I done fed the whole dorm off my money because I was high. Look, it ain't a good way to be, bro. When you finally come out of it, you realize everything that was going on within that time span was totally fucking wrong, and the people that was around you didn't have your back like you think. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real, bro. But to think that them people really love you, the streets don't love nobody. Yeah, if you ain't surrounded by family, you're surrounded by the streets. The streets, unfortunately, do not love anybody. It's a myth. It's all fun and gangster. It's not fun anymore. But they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you, Kodak Black. I'm hoping this message finds you and you clean it up, fam. Yeah, I'm hoping you clean it up because your normal charisma doesn't need to be drug fueled. Why? Because you have a normal charisma. Everybody liked you when it was just about the weed, fam. Once you start going to the meth, the coke, the heroin, the rock, you know, the crack rock, that ain't looking good, fam. Point blank period. It ain't looking good. It's a bad sign and it don't look good on you. It don't look good on you, bro. On top of that, you beefing with the baby mamas. They saying you're violent and all this other type of shit. Well, maybe that ain't you, Deuce and Octave, Mr. Bill Capri. Maybe that ain't you. But unfortunately, if you full of them drugs, the world may never know. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. I'm hoping this message actually finds Kodak Black and it saves his motherfucking life because you're looking stupid, fam. You're looking stupid. And you know what? I run the risk of everybody telling me you look stupid too. But guess what? I don't give a fuck, fam. Yeah, I'm going to say that again. I don't give a fuck. That's a gift and a curse. That what makes me so irreplaceable, fam, in the world because I'm gonna tell the truth. Everybody say they're truth sayers. They don't tell the truth. They just looking for a view. I sacrifice the view for the truth. Understand that. And when you understand that, you'll realize I've always been one of the realest motherfuckers on this planet and will always be one of the realest motherfuckers on the planet. On top of that, I'm gonna be strolling through Brooklyn in a few weeks, in a matter of weeks, fam. I'll be strolling in Brooklyn. If you wanna meet me, fam. Scars from the playground, but I'm looking for opportunity. In point blank, I'm looking for opportunity, fam. I'm going to New York looking for opportunity. They could tell by the way I walk, I ain't from around there. Probably couldn't tell because I won't be walking nowhere. I'm lying. I'll be walking everywhere, bro. I gotta put my boots on that New York turf. Gotta put my boots on them New York streets. Why? I watched The Godfather of Harlem, all type of shit, bro. This is what Frank Lucas and everybody did, bro. They made themselves known in New York. You know what I mean? I'm going to make myself known in New York. But I'm not going to start trouble. I'm looking for opportunity. If you got to move it for me or if you want to get in that studio with me, Scars from the Playground, bro, do your homework and get at me. scarsfromtheplayground@gmail.com. If you got a podcast in New York, get at me, fam. Yeah. Get at me, fam. That's all you got to do. Look, I'm trying to make it a bridge. I'm trying to build a bridge so it connects me to all type of other motherfuckers so we can all make some money. That's what a lot of people don't do, but get it while it's hot, fam. Yeah, all I say, get it while it's hot. Drop it in the comments. Scars from the Playground. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't never stopping because we popping. But guess what? This summer, it's my summer to blossom. I must work and work and work and get as much money as I can, you know what I mean? And like I said, the content has to take a hit. You gotta take a hit when you're doing the right things, man. That's just how it is. Scars from the Playground at gmail.com if you're trying to get at a nigga. You know, even if you're trying to get at me with some bullshit, you know, it's better to just get at the Gmail. Scars from the Playground at gmail.com. At least then I can respond to you like I want to. And it ain't no beef. You know what? Because you deserve to have an opinion. The whole world might treat you like a piece of shit for your opinion, but I'm telling you, you deserve to have an opinion, fam. So I ain't gonna kick your ass for it. We might just have a conversation, you know? We might just have a conversation. Sometimes when you have a conversation with people and you have open communication with people and you know how to communicate properly, it won't be as big as you even thought it was. I might be a really cool guy if you get to know me, which I am, you know, which I am, what everybody tell me. Scars from the Playground. Drop it in the comments, like, share, subscribe, man. We going tet way. I'm gonna say it again, we're going tet way. And I'm not high, man. I ain't smoked nothing yet. Just being honest, man. I ain't smoked nothing yet. Did I have a blunt? Yeah, I had a blunt. But guess what? I made it through all the content today without even having to fire you up. But did I fire you up before I come on camera? That's a whole nother answer and a whole nother question that, unfortunately, I'm not answering right now. You know what I mean? Drop it in the comments, nigga. But do I got to be high up to do my thing? That's what I'm trying to tell Kodak Black. I'm trying to get that through his thick fucking skull that you're looking stupid for these people. Come on, bro. You already done got not a plea bargain. You done already got a presidential pardon, fam. You done already got a presidential pardon. Now you making it look like they shouldn't have gave you a goddamn team. Let's just be honest. Let's just be real. Pray for him if you must, but I'm trying to give him real gems. Gems that's going to save his motherfucking life before it's too late. 2025, 2026 is going to be the big years, fam. And a lot of things are going to happen before 2030 that you must survive it or you won't live to see it. Drop it in the comments, man. Scars from the Playground.
If they throw it, I'ma catch it to play the game like Tetris. I'm one of a kind rap, people tell me I'm a clip. I've been working 24 hours, summertime to winter. I ain't really at the chill, it gotta be about business. Big